Fix this engine, and I'll marry you." The room went silent for a beat, then erupted into laughter. Executives in expensive suits pulled out their phones, assistants whispered, and smirks spread like wildfire. At the center of it all stood Victoria Lane, a powerful CEO known as much for her arrogance as her fortune. She leaned against her luxury car, sleek, custom-built, a machine worth more than most homes, and taunted the man standing across from her, Marcus Johnson. A mechanic, black, humble, and wearing a grease-stained shirt. His hands were rough from years of labor, his boots worn, but his eyes were steady. They all thought it was a joke, a spectacle. A rich woman humiliating a man who dared to step into her world. But in less than an hour, those same people will be left in stunned silence. Marcus didn't answer her words. He simply studied the engine, because Marcus knew engines like others knew books. Growing up in Detroit, his neighborhood had been littered with rusted-out cars, abandoned factories, and dreams people said would never go anywhere. His father had worked the assembly lines before they shut down, leaving the family struggling. But Marcus had inherited something far greater than money, his father's wisdom. The world sees grease on your hands, son, and thinks you're nothing. But knowledge, his father had said, knowledge can build empires. By 12, Marcus was rebuilding bicycles. By 16, he was fixing engines no one else could figure out. By 20, customers swore he could diagnose a problem just by listening to the hum of the machine. Yet to people like Victoria, he was invisible. Just another worker in overalls. Victoria had arrived that morning in a fury. Her luxury sports car, imported and custom-built, had stalled. Engineers from her own company couldn't repair it. She stormed into the garage with her entourage, declaring loudly, "If no one here can fix it, I'll find someone who can." When Marcus stepped forward, calm and confident, she smirked. "You? Fine. Fix it. And if you do, I'll marry you." The words weren't an offer, they were an insult. Her employees howled with laughter, filming the exchange, but Marcus didn't laugh. He reached for his tools. The engine was a beast, complex wiring, advanced cooling systems, and a problem no manual could outline. But Marcus didn't need manuals. He worked with instinct, guided by years of experience and a mind sharper than anyone in that garage realized. Sweat rolled down his brow as he tested connections, adjusted valves, and listened closely to the silence between each sound. To him, the engine was speaking and he understood its language. Minutes turned into 45. The laughter faded. The crowd grew tense, leaning in to watch. Even Victoria's smirk began to falter. Finally, Marcus stood, wiped his hands, and turned the key. The engine roared to life. Smooth, perfect, powerful. The garage erupted in gasps. Victoria's face burned crimson. She had meant to humiliate him, to prove her superiority. Instead, he had exposed her arrogance. Marcus looked her in the eye and spoke with quiet strength. "You said if I fixed it, you'd marry me. But I don't want a marriage built on mockery. I want respect. That's worth more than anything you own." The words cut deeper than any engine noise. Her employees stood silent, recording still, but now out of awe. Days later, the video had gone viral. Headlines blare. Mechanic stunned CEO with impossible fix. Victoria Lane humbled by garage worker. Victoria could have ignored it, could have buried the embarrassment. But deep down, she knew the truth. She had underestimated a man of brilliance. So she returned to the garage. But this time, not with arrogance. With humility. "Your talent belongs somewhere bigger," she admitted. "Not hidden in the back of a shop. Partner with me. Let's build something greater." Marcus agreed, but on one condition: equal ownership. No more superiority, no more mockery. Respect or nothing. Months later, newspapers splashed a new headline across their front pages. Mechanic becomes co-owner of multi-million-dollar automotive firm. Marcus brought innovation the company had never seen before. He created engines that ran cleaner, faster, and cheaper. He funded scholarships for young engineers from neighborhoods like his own. He gave speeches not about machines, but about dignity and Victoria. She never mocked again. Instead, she became his biggest supporter, often repeating his words, "Respect is worth more than anything you own."